Justice and Correctional Services Minister Ronald Lamola is today in Ngcobo in the Eastern Cape, where he's convening a public victim offender dialogue. This session relates to a multi-murder linked to taxi violence that took place in 2001 in the Eastern Cape. 7 people were ambushed between KwaBhaca and Qumbu and shot and killed. To have more on the story, we're now joined by Fundiswa Mhlekude. Fundiswa, what time is the dialogue starting?
Thank you very much, Desiree. A very good morning indeed. We are here at the All Saints Sports Field in Ngcobo, where Minister Lamola is going to be convening the victim offender dialogue. This is an event, or rather a tragedy that took place in 2001 between Mount Frey, which is now called KwaBhaca and Qumbu. The members of Border Alliance Taxi Association were coming from an taxi Indaba in Durban when they were attacked between the two towns. The chairperson of that Border Alliance was shot, and 4 executive members were also shot. A truck driver and the passenger were also caught in the crossfire, which makes it 7 people who were gunned down. We are now joined by the spokesperson of Correctional Services, Mr. Ngcobo, who is going to be talking to us exactly what to expect from this dialogue. Thank you very much, Mr. Ngcobo. What can we expect from this dialogue?
Victim offender dialogue, it's a very sensitive process because that is where the victims get to face directly the perpetrators. In most cases, the victims will have questions. They will want to know, why did you have to hurt us so much? Why did you have to kill our family members? And they expect answers. But it's not the beginning of a healing process. We start with what we call victim offender mediation, where we bring the two parties together, where they start to talk. So what we'll have today is more or less towards the tail end of that process to say it's going to be a healing process, very long, but at least when the two get to see each other even on the outside, that hostility, that feeling of saying, you know what, you hurt me so much, you removed our breadwinner, at least it's not as sensitive as it was before. So the other perpetrators are still in our care. We took a decision that no person should be placed out without having gone through victim offender dialogue, because it is very cardinal in the system that we are processing as a department, where we say we need to have a victim-centered justice system. So today is just one of those classical cases where you will have victims and perpetrators, getting to meet and talk, and then they share also even more details in terms of what happened on that particular day. And you will know this incident took place around 2001, so it's been a very long time.
Okay, you say it took place in 2001 and the offenders were sentenced to life imprisonment. Does this mean maybe you are considering giving them parole or even releasing them?
Parole is a privilege, not a right. But we've said for any inmate to be considered for parole placement, one of the requirements is victim offender dialogue. That does not mean that automatically they'll be granted parole, but it's a process that needs to happen so that healing at least can take place. It is very traumatic for victims when they get to see the perpetrators down the road, when they were not even briefed that now these people will be coming out, when they did not even know what happened following the court processes. So at least processes like these ones get to prepare all parties to say, once we're out there, be mindful that you are likely to meet with the person who's caused so much pain to your family. At least then, the issue of forgiveness, can, start to take, its course.
Okay. After maybe this dialogue, do you provide maybe counseling services to the victims?
There's what we call before the process, during and after. So the victims, the perpetrators, all of them have received counseling. Even after today, they will still continue to receive counseling. We even have to monitor it because we fully understand that this is not the end of the process. Even as they move forward, those who say they still require assistance, we are able to assist. And others will say maybe if they have medical aids, if this is victims out there, they can be assisted by the other structures that we work with who are able to extend that assistance, to the victims who may not have the luxury of a medical aid.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ngcobo, the spokesperson for the Justice and Correctional Services Department. The minister is already here, but right now we are told that he is in a briefing. The premier of the province is also expected to be here. Traditional leaders are also here. They are coming in. It's now back to you guys in studio.
Well, we'll continue to monitor developments in that story as it progresses.